Hey everybody, we are at a cool spot we've been hearing about for a while called Sidetrack in Hickson. So it's a sure thing.
It's a sure thing.
Hence the name of this cocktail. I'm so lucky enough to get to try. A lot of you are really jealous of my job. I hear that a lot every day now. So I don't take it for granted. But this is Jason. And you're going to introduce us to this spot. How long has it been open?
Just a little over a year. We opened October of 2017.
Okay.
So we just eclipsed the 1 year mark and still growing.
Okay. So tell us, we like to pick places that have kind of a different spin. We know the bar has a lot on tap, and then the folks who've been to the boathouse know that there's a correlation there. So if you want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so we're in the family of restaurants of Boathouse and Sugar's Barbecue. So this is our newest iteration. We decided to do kind of a neighborhood restaurant. It's almost like steakhouse meets bistro in a way, but very neighborhoody. We just want to be laid back where you can get a great meal in a very relaxed atmosphere. So we feature craft cocktails, craft beer, of course. Everything we do here, fresh squeezed juices. We make everything from scratch. All the sauces. I mean, we make our own mayonnaise. We're working on, and we just opened for brunch as well. So we're trying to bring this section of town something that they don't really have or haven't had for quite some time.
Cool. And again, tell everybody where you are in Hickson.
On Hickson Pike, 3514 Hickson Pike. Not too far off the beaten path, really, but right just past the Rivermont. Yeah, in the Rivermont area. We have by the Enclave, so there's a lot of neighborhoods and whatnot around here.
And I just drove here from the North Shore, and it was like 7 minutes or something. It wasn't a big deal.
Super accessible.
Yeah. So what else are we going to be doing here today? Besides drinking a sure thing.
Well, there's going to be more of those.
What is in this?
So this is our version of margarita. I guess we call it a purist margarita. Someone that just, if you want to taste the tequila in your margarita, this is what it is. Just lime, agave, a little orange curacao, and 100% agave tequila. We only buy the best tequilas we can get our hands on, none of the fake stuff. But we're definitely going to try some of my favorites. We'll do some whipped feta, which is feta that's been pureed and whipped till it's light and fluffy, and we serve it with grilled pita bread, honey and black pepper. Quickly become a fan favorite. I think we'll do some of the entrees that I like to see that's unique. We do roasted chickens in a wood oven, so think of like a pizza oven, but we cook half a bird in it, and so it gets charred and crispy on top. We make almost like I hate to call it a wing sauce, but it's made with Valentina hot sauce, chile de árbol, guajillo chili, so it's smoky and spicy. We're going to do probably the #1 seller, chicken piccata. It's been around forever.
Blackberry Thrill.
So and this is one of our signature cocktails as well.
I love the names of all the drinks.
I can't.
Boathouse has really good drinks too.
Yeah. Get the Lottenrita and you will not be disappointed.
Strong.
Yeah.
It's very boozy.
Yeah.
Very
delicious,
boozy.
but
Wonderful. Thank you. Liquid lunch now. No, I haven't eaten all day because I was looking forward to the food here. Yeah, I've heard so many good things. Okay, I'm going to push this aside and we'll get into eating. All right, we have our first app. The whipped feta, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't mind us. Just keep bringing the food. Thank you. That looks really good too. Okay, and before we take a bite, we talked about the drinks. There's a cool happy hour.
Yeah.
So that's from...
We open right at 4 and we roll happy hour the moment we open until 6. And every day we have a half-price cocktail. It changes up Monday through Sunday. Like the sure thing's half off on Sundays.
Okay, cool.
And then even like on Sundays when we do brunch, we pretty much have drink specials through brunch and it rolls straight into our normal happy hour. Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so this one first.
So this is the whipped feta. It's basically much, break bread, swipe it through, and share. Very hands-on. So if you don't like to eat for your hands, this is not for you. Mm-hmm. But definitely want to get all of it in one shot.
Oh wow! Is that honey?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Really good. So good.
So this is a shareable appetizer. It's probably the #1 seller as far as appetizers go. Literally on at least half the tables.
Wow. What are we looking at here?
Okay, so
This is a lot.
this is,
It looks good.
I don't want to call it a lasagna, but we'll go that route just because it makes the most sense.
Okay.
It's basically a lasagna made to order. We take all the building blocks of lasagna, put it into a skillet, and bake it in the wood oven that we have. So it gets charred and crispy on top, and then we slide it out onto a plate.
This looks awesome.
Rather than being dense and layered like normal lasagna, this is kind of our version of it. Much lighter, but still incredibly rich. It's very much comfort food. And then we do grilled pizza.
Okay.
We're by no means an Italian restaurant, but we like to do weird things. So we, instead of making it in a pizza oven, we do it on the grill. So kind of backwards. With just very simple ingredients. It's very much a minimalist pizza. Less is more is kind of the thought process there. So San Marzano tomato, mozzarella, basil, and then Romano that we grate onto the crust, and it melts and gets nice and crispy.
It looks good. That's really good, you guys. What is it? I mean, is it called lasagna?
So lasagnette, which actually describes the style of pasta, which we make ourselves, is just a wide, flat noodle, kind of like pappardelle. And so everything's just tossed together, bechamel, bolognese, and then we grate cheese over the top. Again, Romano, it's sliced basil, and then into like a 900-degree oven for about 4 or 5 minutes.
And what's the price range on everything?
Most entrees, I mean, we're really in kind of the honey hole of you can get out of here for under $30. So like this is $16 just for that pasta alone. And if you were hungry enough and could manage to eat another side, I mean, you're still a side's only $3 or $4. The pizza, 12. To 14, depending on what it is, and that's enough to share for a whole table of 4 for an appetizer or one hungry individual.
It's pretty hungry.
Yeah.
And then the mushrooms.
The mushrooms, these are one of my favorite sides. We buy oyster mushrooms, cremini mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms, and we sear them really hard in a skillet. Get them all brown and beautiful, and then deglaze the pan with sherry, shallots, and thyme. So really savory, really meaty, goes great with a steak if you're in the mood for that.
Very good. So, really good. How's the response been from everybody the last year?
Right off the bat, and the food just keeps on coming.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, right off the bat, very positive. A new restaurant is very hard to manage, especially, I mean, you're trying to please everybody that you can't, but the response from the neighborhood has been incredible. We have a lot of support.
Yeah, because there aren't a lot of other restaurants.
No, exactly.
Here.
We're kind of in no man's land, off the beaten path to some. And then I would really honestly say that we have great support from our boathouse clientele as well. So that's a little bit built-in fans, but the people around here really appreciate us having an eclectic dining experience as far as the menu goes, because there's a little bit for everybody. But our MO has always been do little things very well rather than doing a lot of things not so well. So we change the menu up as needed, and it's somewhat seasonal, and we change the cocktail list as we feel, and I think the regulars that we have really appreciate that.
Awesome. Okay, what should we do now? What should we try? I have
Let's
to
go with
roll up my
the
sleeves.
old standby, the chicken piccata.
Okay.
If you didn't want to be disappointed, and you didn't want to be, if you didn't want to go, if you didn't want to go off the beaten path and try something, if you're not a fish person, this is the guaranteed 100% home run.
Love capers.
And we actually break down chickens ourselves from a whole bird, and we use all the pieces and parts. We make stock with the bones. We fry the legs and wings up for like a bar snack.
So good.
Yeah. Literally, you could cut it with a spoon.
It's really good.
And then spinach that's lightly wilted in a pan. It's still got texture to it, but it's warmed just ever so slightly.
I've been a big fan of the Boathouse forever. My friend Jama, she's gonna be embarrassed, bartender there, but that's how I learned about this place. So there's a lot of talk.
Yeah. I think that word is taken a minute to get around, but it's definitely out there that there's a quality dining experience in Kingston.
Okay. All right. What's next?
Okay. Well, let's go with the Bronzino. So Bronzino is in the bass family. This is fish right off the Mediterranean. So we give it kind of the Mediterranean treatment: olives, garlic, lemon, We serve it just simply with orzo pasta. It's just dressed with herbs and a little more lemon as well. The fish eats so well. It's light. I mean, it's kind of what, when people don't think they like fish, this is for you. It's very light, very meaty, it flakes. And if you get the skin crispy just enough, it's spectacular.
It is very light. Really good. You described it perfectly. It's very light. All right.
So far, so good.
Everything's so good. Everything's so good. Again, lucky girl. Okay, what's next?
Okay.
There's so much.
Let's do the pizza while we've got it. I'm just gonna slide off the pizza.
Yeah.
A centerpiece because that's the best.
All right.
So you can fork and knife it, or you can pick it up. That's kind of up to your discretion.
So good.
Yeah, so it's crunchy, but it still has a little chew, as you would expect with a pizza, but we get a lot of smoke and char on it from the grill.
Really good. What's your favorite?
I would have to say if I had to pick and choose, the pasta is probably my favorite.
It was really good.
The whipped feta, and then probably the ricotta.
And then I see you have sides.
Yeah. Well, and then we do a fish taco. Like I said, we don't really let anything go to waste here, so we take the scraps off of, say, swordfish or whatever premium fish we have at the moment, and make a taco out of it. So if you're going to do tacos, you got to do street corn. So this is our take on Mexican street corn. We've homemade mayonnaise, a spice mix that is dried guajillo chilies, chile de árbol, a little cayenne, and paprika, so it's smoky and spicy, and then cotija cheese. You have to squeeze it with a lime. It's not the same without it. And then just
I love how you have all the lemons and the limes with everything.
yeah, got to. Acid is very important.
How am I going to do this?
Wow.
Am I supposed to pick it up?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Well, it's better if you do the
Really good. Everything has been excellent, for real. If it's not, then you'll see me just not really saying anything. Yeah. I'll be like, the drinks are good. The cocktails are good.
so good, man.
Yeah.
So good. Tell everybody again the hours.
So we are open 7 days a week, 4 to 10, and then on Friday and Saturday the bar stays open until 11. And then on Sunday we just opened for brunch, and that starts at 11 till about 3, and then the bar stays open until we open for dinner. So
I'm a mess. Officially a mess. I've got to handle this, but anything else you want to tell people? Oh, there's another drink while I'm cleaning myself up.
yeah. While you're doing that, let's get this.
Yeah,
one
be
here.
careful of the pasta sauce, people.
So this is my personal favorite cocktail. It's the Last of the Oaxacans. It's a tequila cocktail. It's a riff on the last word, which is green chartreuse and lime. Delicious. I think this is probably, between the sure thing and this one, those are my go-to recommendations for people. Very refreshing.
Really good. What is that kind of like bitter taste?
So there's the green chartreuse is almost kind of licoricey. It's got like a anise flavor. So it kind of complements it with the lime, so you get acid and bitter and sweet and sour.
Very cool. Is there anything else you want to tell people? Shakeem, do you have any questions?
No, I think you talked about your happy hour special.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I mean,
Just keep eating.
great cocktail scene, a vibrant food selection. You know, I think there's something for everyone, even though we have a somewhat concise menu and a great price point. That I feel like we offer value to families and young or old as well.
Yeah, what do the kids like?
So, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Like I said, we cut a whole chicken down ourselves. So we have all the tenders that come off the breast while we fry them, buttermilk and flour.
chicken.
I mean, kids go nuts. That, and they share the pizza, or they'll split like a burger. We do a great burger.
All right. A coffee cocktail, right?
Yep. So we buy Velo coffee, so we try to do our best to support local.
It's really good. Shakeem's gonna like this.
Yeah.
How
Honestly,
I know.
it gets better as you let it sit. If you let it sit there for like 3 minutes,
Yeah,
it
he
melts.
says that. Yeah. No, it's really good. It's kind of like our dessert, in addition to the adult s'mores you're talking about. Okay. Well, this was so good. I'm really impressed. I think we should start being more honest when we're at places. I'm being honest today. But then I worry, we would never be invited back anywhere. But today I'm being honest that this is really, really good.